Chris, are we live?
Good evening.
Yes, you are.
Thank you. All right, Roger, we're ready whenever you are.
Okay, being 6 o'clock, let's call to order the meeting of the Westfield Redevelopment Authority. I see one person besides David at the podium, which one I can't tell who it is on the video. Is it Tyler or Eric? Is it Tyler or Eric?
Tyler is here.
Okay. Is two enough?
Yes, Derek will be joining us here in person shortly.
Do we wait for him?
No, he said go ahead and get started.
Okay, so we will have a quorum. Let's go ahead with the Pledge of Allegiance. We all rise. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The minutes have been distributed. Are there any comments on the minutes from the October 21st meeting? There being no pardon? There being no comments, Tyler, would you move to approve the minutes?
A motion to approve the minutes?
Do we need a roll call for this, David?
You'll need a second, and yes. You can
I'll
second
second
this.
it. I'll second it.
And I'll call roll. Roger Dykes,
Yes?
Tyler Enyart.
Yes.
Okay. We don't have any old business on the agenda, so we'll move on to new business. Is there a presentation for the resolution for the police and fire headquarters tonight?
Yes, there is. We have Dennis Otten here to do a presentation about the lease here.
Please go ahead, Dennis.
Good evening. Thank you, board members. Dennis Otten with Bose McKinney and Evans. And we're here tonight to present to you a resolution authorizing the execution of lease agreements for the police station headquarters project and the fire station number 85 project. This resolution also authorizes the issuance of lease rental revenue bonds for the project and the execution of financing documents related thereto. And Janelle, I'm going to, quick question. This is the Redevelopment Authority portion of the meeting?
Yes, this is
The
a
authority, yes,
redevelopment
not-
authority.
Okay. And I want to be clear, we have somewhat of a companion resolution on the agenda for the Redevelopment Commission that will be considered after a public hearing. But what this resolution does, board members, is it authorizes the issuance of the bonds for this project, and we have parameters in there of not to exceed $60 million, a 25-year term, and not to exceed interest rate of 7%. And I'll tell you, and Oscar's here can answer this better than I can, we don't expect to issue $60 million of bonds, but we don't expect to have an interest rate of 7%. Those are just not to exceed parameters, so we don't have to come back to you. The bonds themselves are payable from the lease rentals under the lease agreements that are attached to the resolution were included in the packet. Those rentals are going to be payable from, we would describe them primarily as general revenues of the city that will be pledged by the council on Monday. Those lease rentals will also be supported by a property tax pledge. We don't expect that to be invoked. That's really being offered up to security for the bonds to make them place better in the marketplace. It's really, you've probably done this before with some of your other financings, I suspect. It's a vehicle to get a better interest rate. A couple other remarks I'll make. You'll note there's two lease agreements. One of them is from the city to the Redevelopment Authority to, we'll call it kind of a ground lease, to lease the ground for these projects for fire station, police headquarters. And there's temporarily some roads of the city that are being leased over to the Redevelopment Authority. We need those in place for the construction period of these projects. The rating agencies feel better if there's roads in the lease because it takes away from the construction risk component. We can't make lease rental payments unless we have an asset to lease. The roads ensures that we have that asset in place. And so that's it, up to a 25-year term on these. And we are doing this financing. I know the question's kind of been asked a couple times, you know, why the Redevelopment Authority for a public safety project. And we've talked about this a little bit. This is a financing vehicle that allows us to have a longer term, which, due to the size of these projects and the city's cash flow needs, is helpful to do that. We can lease the roads. We don't have to do physical transfer of assets. We don't have to get taxpayer petitions and do as much title work as we would normally do. So it's a more efficient means of doing the financing. And it's specifically authorized by statute now for redevelopment commissions to undertake public safety projects. We always felt like they could be, but I would say that has really been confirmed recently by the legislature. But with that, I'll pause, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Nothing from me.
Okay.
No questions, I guess.
No questions over here, Roger.
Okay. Proceeding, do I have here a motion to adopt resolution 25-01 from the board members?
I motion to adopt.
I'll second.
Second? I'll second this, Roger. Okay. Can we have a roll call vote, please?
Roger Dicus,
Yes?
Derek Rochester,
Yes.
Tyler Enyart.
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0.
Okay, thank you. Is there any other business that want to bring before the Development Authority?
Roger, this
If not-
is not specific business, but I do want to mention that the Redevelopment Authority will meet again 1 month from, 1 month from yesterday. It will be on March 17th. We will have a new action item to discuss then. I know we don't meet every single month, so did want to mention that with everyone here.
Okay, and you'll send out the appropriate notices and so on.
Absolutely, thank you.
Okay, well, thank you for that. If there's no other business, can I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll motion to adjourn.
Second.
I second. Do we need, okay, so all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
All right, then I'll declare this meeting adjourned, and thank you all for your participation, and look forward to having a new police and fire headquarters sometime in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Roger.